How fast should Call of Duty be? If you've been listening to complaints and conversations around this franchise, you know a big part of it is speed and camping and map design, and so in this video, we're going to be talking about how Call of Duty, in my opinion, is not supposed to be necessarily fast. Basically, speed should not be Call of Duty's goal. But before we get into that, here's a word from our sponsor. Hey there, you like my shirt? I like it too. Into the AM sent it to me, and it kind of says, I don't know how to fight, but your girlfriend's gonna be thinking about me later. It also kind of says, because it's an old TV, if you hit me, I might start working again. You could get this shirt or shirts like this at intotheam.com. Link is in the description. If you use code 1boom10, you can save 10% on your order. They offer 3 premium tees, graphic tees for $60 and 3 classic tees for $49.95. Pretty sure I got those numbers right. Either way, I mean, you look good. I'm not trying to be judgmental. You just could look a little bit better, and I could help you. So, enjoy the video. Now, what do I mean by Call of Duty isn't supposed to be fast? Call of Duty, in my opinion, needs to be judged from 2007 up to now in order to get a full picture of what the franchise has been aiming for. Oh, would you look at that? It's money. As time goes on though, I find it harder and harder to put Infinite Warfare, Black Ops 3, and Advanced Warfare in this conversation because at this point, they are pretty severe outliers in the system. Since and during those games, we've had MWR, COD World War II, Black Ops 4, MW 2019, Black Ops Cold War, Call of Duty Vanguard, and we're about to go into Modern Warfare 2. And before that, we had Ghosts, Black Ops 2, Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 1, Modern Warfare 2, World at War, and COD 4. I do think the main motivation with the advanced movement COD games was to speed up and shake up the formula at a time that people were starting to get a little bit sick of it. There wasn't enough time for nostalgia to accumulate around Call of Duty at the time, so it needed a shake-up, and then that shake-up let people realize that the older ways were a bit better. They were a little bit more what people kind of bought the games for. And if I'm going to have any chance of making this point to you guys, you have to see where I'm coming from. In my opinion, if you want to nail a franchise that's been going on for a very, very, very long time, you have to kind of go down to the core building blocks of what made it popular in the first place. If Call of Duty, Halo, or Battlefield did something that drew in thousands, millions of players, then you kind of have to respect that to some degree. If speed was the developmental focus, then you would have had unlimited sprint from the get-go, or not had sprint at all like other arena shooters and just were able to move around really fast. You wouldn't have had maps like Overgrown or Wasteland. You wouldn't have had long lines of sight and asymmetrical power positions and sniper rifles that are damn good at their job. If speed was the main focus, Call of Duty would have never included a Claymore, let alone some type of Claymore or Claymore equivalent in every single game afterwards. So then what was Call of Duty about? I mean, it's obviously a twitch shooter, which means it's faster than others, but if speed wasn't the main focus, what was? Well, my condescending documentary voice aside, it was motivation. You take a conceptually realistic feeling game, and you give people the motivation to play. Essentially, you don't want everyone moving fast, you just always want somebody working towards something. This is reflected in leveling up weapons and unlocking attachments for them. This is reflected in camo grinding. This is reflected in challenge completion and unlocking certain calling cards and emblems. This is also seen in the kill streak, score streak, or point streak systems in any of the games. Somebody always wants something. That's what I think the main hook of Call of Duty has been. When it comes to speed, I see speed in Call of Duty as a tactic, not a developmental goal. Obviously, if you're confident with anything, you're gonna be able to move a bit faster, whether you're behind the wheel of a vehicle or you're skateboarding down a hill. The more confident you are, the more comfortable you are with speed. And in a first-person shooter, being able to be fast and accurate is a just amazing skill set to have. Being methodical has its place in any FPS game, but when it comes down to it, being able to take action quickly and take someone out before they even knew you were there, yeah, that's obviously a really good skill to have, and higher skill players are going to want more of that gameplay because they don't need to lock down a lane. They can go into your spawn and make a little U formation around you and your team until you want to leave the game. But there's this idea, this concept in the community that the main goal for Call of Duty devs is to make sure people aren't camping. But that's really far removed from the initial, and in my opinion, just in general, the philosophy of Call of Duty. I'm starting to think it might be against the law to say Call of Duty and philosophy in the same sentence. Call of Duty has never been about speed and maximizing the numbers on your screen. The people that you're gonna hear say this have been playing Call of Duty for years, they're very proficient at it, they get a lot of value in their life from doing well at it, and I'm not making fun of that. Influencers, content creators, pub stompers, they're going to be more active in the community. They're going to be spinning narratives and even controlling them in some cases if their audience is large enough. And of course, they're going to lean towards faster, more aggressive play because they're confident longtime players that are heavily involved in the franchise. Again, as confidence goes up, so does your ability to handle speed and aggression. It's much easier to be proactive in a game that you're confident in and you've been playing for years versus a game that maybe you play every once in a while and don't really practice that much at all at. So I get why the narrative focuses more towards speed. Makes sense. The people pushing the narratives are the people that are good at the game, and the people that are good at the game are going to be faster. But to say that Call of Duty is supposed to be fast, its main goal should be speed, is ridiculous. Because you'd have to ignore so much of COD 4, World at War, MW2, Black Ops 1, and literally every single COD game. There are, of course, outliers even in those examples I just said, but what I'm saying is, every map would be the size of Dome from World at War, every map would be the size of Shipment, every map would be the size of Kill House, every map would be the size of Rust, if speed was the developmental goal and philosophy behind this franchise, but it's not. The philosophy behind Call of Duty is that a player, whether they're sitting up in a room with 3 claymores around them and an ammo box, or rushing an enemy spawn trying to shred them before they can even react, they're working towards something. They're building up their kill streak, their score streak, their point streak, they are unlocking attachments, they're leveling up their characters, they are unlocking calling cards, they're progressing a battle pass. Call of Duty captured the sex appeal of every kill you get with X weapon will grant you X thing. And that could be moment to moment. 3 kills gets you a UAV, but 3 kills also gets you 300 XP closer to your next attachment. And unlocking that attachment might give you an XP bonus that brings you to your next prestige. And your next prestige brings you to your next create a class slot. It's a cycle of motivation, not being fast. I think the beautiful thing about Call of Duty is that their maps and their core design elements cater to many different players. Slower, faster, more confident and experienced, less confident and inexperienced, it sort of caters to all of them. A lightning fast time to kill, generous weapon controls, and mechanics that don't take months and months to master. It's an environment where somebody who's confident and fast can have fun with his friend who's a little bit more timid and passive, because in every instance, they're both working towards something. Basically, my point is, if Call of Duty was just supposed to be fast, why aren't all the maps tiny and simplistic? Why are there larger maps? Why are there sniper rifles? Why are there claymores? Why are there perks that keep you off of the UAV? If Call of Duty wanted to be fast, and that was the core design philosophy, minimap would be set to always on, and your little red dot would move around in real time, and it would just be about winning gunfights, not about hunting and executing. If Call of Duty was about speed, why am I able to pull out a large heavy rocket launcher, lock onto a UAV in the air, a UAV that's allowing another player on the enemy team to be more aggressive because they have more information? Why am I able to lock onto that with a big heavy launcher and blow it up? It's play and counterplay. It's stop and go. It's push and wait. Focusing simply on speed is not only close-minded and super simplistic, it's, well, completely against the core philosophy of Call of Duty. Okay, at some point, I gotta be looking at jail time here. See, there's personal preference mixed in, and that is the final piece of the puzzle as to why Call of Duty, I think, is so popular. Anybody can play it, whether they want to lay in the back of the map with a sniper rifle, sit in the top of a building with an LMG, rush enemy spawns with an SMG, camp the bottom of a building with a shotgun, or throw on a shield and stand on an objective and just try to gain points for their squad. That's something that I think people don't appreciate about COD. It's sort of everyone's game. It's sort of something where everybody feels motivated regardless of their skill level. Probably the only thing that really hurts this philosophy is heavy, strict skill-based matchmaking, where the faster and more confident you become, the faster and more confident your enemies become, and the more incompetent your teammates become because the game thinks you're gonna carry them. That causes imbalanced, frustrating, sweaty matches that don't feel very fun to play at all. That's a whole other topic for a whole other video. But next time someone tells you Call of Duty's always meant to be fast, ask them why Wasteland exists. Ask them why years later after Wasteland they'd make Stonehaven. It's almost as if the narrative is controlled by the confident fast players that have been practicing Call of Duty for well over a decade. Not that the developers genuinely want people to fly around at Mach 10 all the time. And even though I'd consider Advanced Warfare, Infinite Warfare, and Black Ops 3 to be the outliers in this subject, they still even adhere to this to some degree, allowing for multiple playstyles and not essentially forcing you to move all the time. This isn't to say that Call of Duty should be considered slow then. No, Call of Duty is obviously faster than many other games on the market. That's just not the reason you're supposed to be putting the disc in. Thank you so much for watching this video. Hopefully my little ramble made sense and hopefully didn't come across too condescending. The thing is, I've been wanting to make this point for a while and I was going to do a whole script and make a really long, tedious video about it, and then I decided, nah, it's good the way it is. Just freestyle it. I've been talking about this to my friends for months now, so there you guys go. See you when I see you, and make sure to check the links in the description for Into the AM and eWin Racing products. See you when I see you guys. Goodbye. That. Oh, I just did a really great take of this ad, and I wasn't recording. Anyway, hey there, you like my shirt?